What's up? What's up, my guys, man? I appreciate y'all. We got our guy Chris here. Our guy Chris then went Andy on us and brought some antics to the intro, man. I love it. Best intro in the game, man. I never get tired of doing it. Forget a video to start it. We starting off with the authentic intro every single time, man. We got our guy, my guy knows a guy, aka Friday. We got ChrisBeCappin. What's up with you, Friday? Everything cool with you, my brother? And kick it over to Chris.
Yeah, everything's great, bro. Thanks for the opportunity. Hope you're feeling better. Hope the weekend's going well. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Chris. Hope you guys are doing great. It's Game 7, man. It's that time of year. Hey, let's go. It's time to perform.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Jay. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Friday. Appreciate being on the show as always, man. The invitation. Game 7. Two best words we want to hear in sports, man. So it should be, buckle in for a good ride. Got the popcorn ready. Let's go, Jay. Lead us to the money,
I like
Jay.
that. I like that. He said, "Get your popcorn ready." I like that. I'm like, oh damn, is Andy on here? And I like it. We got my guy Juju in the chat as well, man. What's up to my guy Juju out there in Fort Worth and his son King as well. But it's a couple of game 7s today, my guys. We ready to get to some cash, man. It's a couple of really good games, man. Can't wait to watch them. First game, it's all business here though, guys. First game up, we're going to the streets of Boston here, man. We got the Celtics here laying 5 versus the Bucks, guys. Quick assessment of this game, man. I'm watching the post game interviews, and Young's like, I don't want to make any excuses, but I mean, if we had Chris Middleton, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like, oh, cuz I already know that they're not good enough. Guys, the Celtics are the more complete team. If you see it, obviously the Bucks is Giannis. He's one of the greatest players in the game. You see what I'm saying? One of the most unstoppable players. He probably hits his point total again, guys, but it's him and everybody else. He's not getting enough help. Drew Holiday is kind of iffy. So when Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, and Pat Connaughton not hitting those shots, they can get smacked up, man. I'll go back to it again. Wesley Matthews and George Hill. They probably not the couple of guys that you should be depending on if you ask me, man. So it's Celtics. I need these guys to win the series. My guy Friday is right there with me here. I'd be surprised if the Celtics, I know that it's they're better when they come off the loss, but game 7 at the house, man, I think this is the year where they get past the Bucks here Friday. What do you think about this game, my brother?
Jay, there are a lot of trends that support both sides here. I know that most people in the basketball world, whether you're a betting person or just a fan, have basically chosen a side. This is a scenario where we're choosing sides. I've decided to back the Celtics. I believe in their prospects to win the East still. Obviously my level of confidence decreased before game 5, right? Before game 5, naturally, after you have such a big collapse in game 4. But I really do think that most of the problems that the Celtics had in this series were psychological, were things that could be adjusted from game to game, and we've seen it. I know you have well, Chris as well, following the great work you guys have been doing. We've cashed big in 3 scenarios in this series. We have series bets riding. I'm standing by my prediction with the Boston Celtics to win today. I do respect this Bucks team highly. I won't be surprised if they win. Nothing shocks me with Giannis dating back to last season, but I really just feel like this Celtics team has what it takes to win by margin. You look at the Bucks without Chris Middleton, they need superhuman performances from Giannis Antetokounmpo just to keep the game close. If the Celtics, they've already demonstrated that if they just play their game normally, that they can win by margin. I know Chris said that on Twitter the other day. I'm still really, really high on this team. It's scary. It's scary. Game 7 scenario. One thing I want to say to everyone in the chat as well is sometimes in the NBA calendar we reach a point where a lot of statistics don't even matter. They don't even matter. Now it's the game of basketball. It's 50-50 balls. It's depth. It's a lot of the metrics that we've been using games 1 through 6 won't matter today, and we're gonna see which team wants it more. I think it will be the Celtics, at least on the money line.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Chris, what we liking, my brother?
Yeah, man. The Boston, like y'all said, man, I think Friday did a great job of analyzing the game. I think you did as well, Jay. And to your point, Jay, I think what I go back to in this series as well is, a lot of people, I've been doing the Twitter spaces, a lot of people have been on, Milwaukee. And for me, the eye test shows me that Giannis may be the best player in the series. You said it, Jay. But for me, Boston is the more complete, better team, right? And even without having Robert Williams, it's not as big of a loss as Chris Middleton on the other side, right? So for me, I'm taking the more complete team. I feel like the series should be over already. Boston, had the collapse. Shout out to Friday because I know he was back on Boston plus the 1.5. I really would have liked, just a tad bit of a discount, Jay, but the books are anticipating it as well, right? That's why they're not giving you a -2.5 or a -3.5, right? They're giving you that 5. I think it opened at 5.5. It's been bought down a little bit to 5. But yeah, when Boston wins, they win by margin, Jay. I think shout out to Ski. I know Ski was on here last week, Jay, I was with Ski that game as well. I was on Boston that game that they should have won. They had a 95% chance to win the game with 1 minute and 40 seconds left before the 11-2 debacle that we saw, right? So, but Ski was right. When they win by margin. Even taking into consideration the last game, Jay, I think it's 14.7 is the average margin of victory in the 3 wins that they have throughout the series. So for me, Boston having a scraping scrum. If Boston, I think the other thing I want to mention real quick, Jay, is that for me, Boston does a really good job with learning from their mistakes, right? So we saw that in the last game. They knew that they should have won Game 5, right? And they didn't hang their heads. You're right. I watched the post game interviews. Everybody understands the moment, and I think Udoka. I think he might be the better coach. I think his ability to be able to make in-game adjustments, even if they're on the fly and they're really small things, I think those things matter the most. And if you really are back in the Bucks, you really got to figure out who's going to show up in Game 7 on the road, right? Is that Pat Connaughton? Is that Bobby Portis? Drew Holiday does this thing where he's having a really great game and then a really bad game. So I think Boston got enough, Jay, to be able to to push through. I want to take them on the spread, Jay, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Shout out to my guy Units only in the chat, man. He always showing love. Say, let's go Celtics, Jay. That's my guy there, man. He always showing love. Weezy B in the chat as well says he's getting 2008 Celtics vibes, man. I can dig it. The boys, they're deep over there. They're better. They're definitely the better team here, guys. Like I said, they're back at the house. Game 7. They're laying 5. You can't lose this game, man. I got series. I can't. I'm not laying the 5 just because I need the Celtics to win this game, man. I need them to win this series. A lot of people DM me talking all type of mess. Man, you gotta stop disrespecting my Bucks team, man. So and so, woo. Man, the Celtics finna put their ass out this year. It's bigger than Middleton and all that. This is not their year. Not going back to back. Giannis a great player. They don't have the role players, guys. What do we say? It's like Chris saying, who's gonna help them out, man? Role players play better at the house. They still didn't show up in Game 6, and that's kind of how I'm looking at it. And it's kind of like Giannis knows that was our Game 7. If we were going to win this series, we needed to win that one at the house. Obviously, they still have another opportunity Friday, but I mean, it's going to be tough to go into Boston here and win this game. Now we know, right? The road team has won 4 out of the 6 games in this series, but I feel like this is going to be a tough environment. If you get Jason Tatum with that look in his eye once again, and I expect Jaylen Brown to be a little bit better as here as well Friday. I know you've been watching his games. What do you think is going on with Brown? Do you think he's a little banged up? And obviously we'll need another big game from Horford, Derek White, and Marcus Smart. I think this collective thing here, but do you think Brown has a little bit better game here Friday?
I don't want to say something that's going to be extremely unpopular, but I'm going to say it, Jay. Jaylen Brown has decided to defer to Jason Tatum. We've seen it in the last couple of games, and it's a natural evolution of things. In my opinion, Jason Tatum should be the guy. Jaylen Brown, it's funny that you said that, though, because I have projected him to have a much better offensive performance today. He, in his career, in potential elimination games, has stepped up, win or lose, for the Celtics. He's a player that I don't see. He's gone over his points total in 3 of the last 4 games in this series. I would actually lean more towards Jaylen Brown having an effective game today. But 24.5 is high in an elimination game. And also, the total's dropping too, Jay, Chris. It's a championship, not championship, it's an elimination game environment. High pressure situation, high stakes situation. So we're seeing 2 games today where the total's dropping dramatically. So that's kind of why I stepped back from taking overs on player props today. Because it might really be sweaty for all the overs today. But Jaylen Brown, I think, has a shot.
That's a good point, Chris. Here, I think Giannis' points is still sitting somewhere around 34.5. If I'm not mistaken. I'll be honest, the Celtics, it's tough to stop them. They kind of like let Giannis get his and make sure the rest of the team don't beat you. Even though I'm a Celtics backer, I still think Giannis could get over that. There's one over that I would like, Chris, even with it being an under type of game as well. Any props you liking in this game, my brother, and what you think about what Friday said on the total?
I totally agree with Friday on the total. Everything Friday said on the total. Historically, I think there's some data to back that Game 7s typically go under as well, Jay. And Giannis, yeah, Jay, like and that's what I talked about, man. I think if Giannis wasn't the player that he is, I'm talking about like the relentlessness that he brings to the game every single game. The Bucks wouldn't stand a chance in this series at all. So I could only look towards the over, and that's what I kind of predicted. I didn't think that. I thought Udoka would run a scheme and a game plan that would take everybody else out. Right? We're not seeing a lot of double teams on Giannis. They're letting Giannis beat him with throwing Robert Williams or Al Horford or Grant Williams at him, just letting them beat him one-on-one, and nobody else get hot. We don't want Pat Connaughton hitting threes. We don't want Bobby Portis, who's been virtually eliminated in the last couple games, production-wise. So yeah, I think you're gonna have to take Giannis' head off, Jay. He one of those type of players, right? This is not passive Kevin Durant that might shoot the ball 13 times and then talk about I don't know if I'm seeing the game correct. Giannis is gonna come at you every single day. You're gonna have to kill him. You're gonna have to take his head off. And I think in a situation like this, he's going out with a bang. He's going out with a bang for sure, Jay. So I would only look over towards his player prop. Honestly, not even really caring what it's sitting at, because I don't expect the other guys to show up today.
That's a good point. One thing that I've seen, and I was still the Giannis prop, I wouldn't take the under. It's simple. One thing I've noticed, my guy's starting to get tired out there, and this is game 7. They've only had one day off. They had to travel. Another key note that we'll get off this game. I mean, it's only 2 games, so we'll deep dive into them. But last thing that I'll say is they usually travel at night. This time they actually traveled. Traveled yesterday. So the Celtics may be actually a tad more rested, even though they traveled yesterday. The fact that they didn't get in, they didn't like getting in super late, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So they took a different approach to leave yesterday morning. But Giannis looks like he obviously he's having to do everything. My guy looks like he's getting tired. He's having to play 40+ minutes every game. So be interested to see what happens in this one. My guy Ronald in the chat says game 7 is typically go low. Obviously, it's win or go home, which is why we see a huge decrease in total. Every possession counts, man. It's a damn good point there. That's it for me in this game Friday. So I did do a little money line parlay. We'll talk about it in the next game. But Friday, any other props, anything else you'd like to say on this game, my brother?
No, that's about it for me. Look for the Bucks to try to throw the kitchen sink at Jason Tatum. I don't think his points prop is going to necessarily be free money again, unless he has just completely evolved into a guy that's going to continually fool the odds makers and make them look like idiots. I do think that the Bucks, their only route to victory is to throw the kitchen sink at Jason Tatum. That might free things up for Jaylen Brown. And those are really my only thoughts on this game. That's about it, Jay.
Chris, any props on this game, or if not, we get to the next one, brother?
Nah, Jay, we can go into the next one. I look for Boston role players to play big, especially early in this game. Jay, if you watch the post game interviews, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum talked about it. They talked about like doing what they needed to do in the beginning, so that they could rely on Jason Tatum. And that Marcus Smart even went out his way to say that that's why Jason Tatum gets the big bucks, right? Mm-hmm. So last game it was Jaylen Brown it was Marcus Smart who was hitting 3-pointers early. They typically like to get Jaylen Brown established early in the game as well. So, I would have back what Friday says. I think that number is a little sharp on Jaylen Brown. I didn't take the over on his points, but I am looking for Boston guys to be more efficient and more effective, Jay. Derek White was somebody who played well. Exactly. And it could be Big Al, right? So that's why I'm not really messing with the player prop market, but I think Boston knows what it takes to win, Jay, and they're willing to do whatever it takes, especially being at home at TD Garden.
That's a good point, because the Celtics, being a much better team, they can spread out their points. You see what I'm saying? If you attack Tatum, then maybe Brown plays a lot better. Horford, Derek White, see what I'm saying? Marcus Smart. Any of these guys are live to go off. With the Bucks, it's Giannis. He has to go off. It's simple. Win or lose, it has to be him, man. So I like the way we're looking at the game. Let's get over here to the streets of Phoenix here. We got the Suns here versus my Mavs, man. I love the Mavs. I'm rooting for them. I hope they win the game, guys. But I'm also a realist. We hadn't shown that we can play well over there in Phoenix. What's so scary is in game 5, we were playing a good first quarter, and half of the first half is half of that second quarter as well, before losing the lead right before halftime. I'm like, damn, we finna get smacked in second half, and then we're going to lose the game by 30. So that scares me. The Mavs can come out here and play a perfect first quarter on the road, even 1.5 quarters, and then get smacked by 30. I did a money line parlay with the Celtics and the Suns. It was at minus 102. I couldn't talk myself off that, so that's what I did. Put a little play on it. I like the Celtics to win. I believe the Suns will win. So I think it cashes. It's simple here Friday. I can't stand the Suns. I hate watching them play basketball, but they are the better, more deeper team. I wouldn't say better coach because Jason Kidd has shown he's a damn good coach. The Mavs, they still have Luka. Anything can happen in Game 7. It's just I don't like the way we're responding to the crowd over there. Obviously, it's a tough type of game, physical type of matchup. The Mavs can do it, but I don't trust my team on the road. Maybe to keep it close, but I don't think they'll win the game. I'd love to see it happen. I'd love to even pay to see it happen. But Friday, you like anything in this game?
Yo, sometimes, hey, we all know that in the betting world, you might fade your own home team just to see them win. We've seen it time and time again. But at the end of the day, too, Jay, it's like you said, it might be the Suns' time. It might be the Suns' time. Dallas has been really, really impressive. I will say this, it doesn't bode well for the Suns going forward that they weren't able to win a game in Dallas. That really does worry me, but we know how strong they are at home. Not necessarily ATS-wise compared to last season. They set the bar pretty high last season, ATS record at home. But money lines, especially off of losses, this is still a consistent trend with this team. They're able to rally. They take one loss so personally, this Mavs team. Not this Mavs team, sorry everyone, looking at the screen, this Suns team. You know, we've seen time and time again where they're able to readjust, realign their defense, certain players spaz. I really think this is a legacy game. If you believe in legacy games, everyone, this is the definition of one for Chris Paul today. If he loses today, I just don't know what to say anymore. He's definitely cursed. There's no pressure on the Mavs. The Mavs actually have a positive scoring differential over the last 3 games, which is skewed by the fact that they played at home. But I think this is going to be a Devin Booker game. I'm with you on the money line, bro. Let's roll that 2-team money line parlay, Jay. I'm gonna run that with you. Suns win today. I do think that both dogs today have a chance to compete early in the game because of the depth of the teams and the coaching of the teams. But the Suns are going to win today. Simple.
What are you doing, Chris?
Hey, Jay, it's so funny you said that you had the 2-team parlay because that's actually the only thing I placed. I really wanted to get there on the points, man. Like I said, when the Celtics win, they win by margin. In this series, if you look at this series, when Phoenix win, they win by margin. It's only been at home, but they win by margin. I was looking at the stats, Jay, and I was like, man, this is so crazy. I think what my guy knows the guy just said, what Friday said was spot on. Like it really, really scares me a lot because I was on the Suns in the last game thinking that they would eventually get a win on the road in this series. And shout out to Luka, man. Shout out to the other guys. I think you guys, I know you're a big Mavs fan, Jay, and you guys are just amazing when it comes to, just being able to back against the wall. You know what I mean? Like, I think the camaraderie and the cohesiveness and everybody kind of believing in themselves, right? Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith. But like Friday said, man, it's a legacy game. The Mavs are 3-10 ATS in the last 13 games in Phoenix. They typically struggle when they're there. And for me, this series has been so wild, Jay, because Phoenix has not been able to win at home. Win on the road, but at home, the numbers are so different, Jay. I was looking into this. So Phoenix home versus away stats, they average 120 points at home in this series in the 3 wins, right? On the road, they on the road they average 93. That's how is that even possible? How do you average 120 points at home and only 93 on the road, right? 48% shooting at home, 35% on the road, right? 13 turnovers at home, 19 turnovers on the road. And then Dallas, they only averaging 101 points on the road and shooting 44%. And they're losing by, like I said, 19 points. So for me, if you I think both of these teams could cover the spreads in this one, but being that it's game 7, I'm not gonna do it. But I am in on that parlay that you guys said y'all was on. It's so funny that you said it, Jay, because that's actually what I had as well. I think both teams, like Friday said, I think both dogs have a chance. If I'm being honest, like I said, you're gonna have to take Giannis' head off. And if we get a good game from Drew Holiday and some of those other guys come to play, which they are capable, they are defending champs for a reason. It could be a fight, but I'm in on that 2-team parlay as well, Jay. I think I got it at plus 103. So yeah, I like the Suns today just to be able to win. I don't know if they cover. They should cover because they have been covering at home recently, but we'll see what your Mavs do, Jay.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. You said something there. Collectively, is like collectively, just how they play. This team is locked in together. Brunson is going to a different team this year, so this is basically their last stand. It's basically either they're going to try to go and win the final. This is the game, right? You got to try to win one on the road. It does kind of give me some type of positive outlook on the game that each game in Phoenix they played better and better. You see what I'm saying? Like even the last one, people didn't expect them to come out like that. I think they had got like a 7-point lead in that game. So
yeah, going into the half.
Exactly. When going into the half, they were down 3, but right before that, they were up, and then they kind of pissed it away right before the half. So like, trust me, because when I saw that happen at the half, I knew they were finna get smacked in the second half. But they just got to keep it going. Their defense has to travel, and you have to start early on these guys, man. I think this is more of a legacy game for Booker here. And I say that because I'm watching Chris Paul. We know what he does in the playoffs. All this guy is 37 years old. It's not supposed to where you get better as time goes. Yeah, you'll get wiser, but your body is older. Father time is undefeated. Chris Paul, like he's getting tired out there. I mean, they shouldn't have went that far in the series with the Pelicans. They shouldn't be in all series. They shouldn't be in this far in the series with the Mavs. If they really come out here with championship aspirations, you got to get rest in the playoffs. You want to be more rested than the other team, not you going 7-game, 6-7-game series. So I'm worried about the Suns here. I thought they had what it takes to win the championship. Paul kind of sort of like he run out of gas. What I noticed last game, Aiden has been, what they'll do is drive into the paint, kick it off to Aiden. I'd be looking at Aiden props in this one, guys. It's just what I noticed. Even in the loss in Dallas, that's where they don't play as well. So at the house, I see them doing that more. But this is a huge game for Booker, if you ask me, guys. I'd be looking at Booker props. He's going to be the guy tonight that has in his head with the moment mentality, like, we can't lose this game. I don't really think it's Chris Paul because, like, really, the Mavs have kind of learned how to match up against Chris Paul as well. So I think it's mainly Devin Booker. Aiden would be a sneaky guy because what I see them going to the paint, then just dumping it off to him, either with the lob or just with the little wraparound pass, and he just goes up for the layup. I saw that at least 6 times in the Dallas game, guys. So I'm just telling you what I'm seeing as how the Suns run their offense. I can see Aiden going off. I can see Devin Booker going off. I love my Mavs, but I'd be surprised if we won this game, guys. Celtics and Suns money line parlay for me Friday. What do you think about that, Aiden? What do you see some of his props? I know you're big with projections. How do you think Aiden will do tonight, my guy?
Before the series, Jay, thanks for asking as well. And also, that was a really great point just before that as well, Chris. I just wanted to say that about the Suns' change of environment. Before the series, I said DeAndre Ayton is the most important player of this series. I still think that's true, but for the most important player for this game, you are correct, Jay. Devin Booker is the most important player for today. Legacy-wise, obviously, I still think it's about Chris Paul just because of the meaning of how advanced he is in his career. But Devin Booker, you look at his points prop total, it's already been increased to 28.5. That is a major indicator in and of itself. I'm actually going to place a small bet on Devin Booker over 2.5 threes made. I think that's a safer bet than the points prop because it's minus 135. Devin Booker over 2.5 threes. And then also, there's a lot of love for Luka in the chat. Luka is one of my favorite players, everyone. We could be, as I said the other day, I said it on Twitter, the Suns better hope that they're not standing in front of the beginning of Luka's window. We know that time is coming. A lot of people think it's going to be next year and that they've laid the foundation for next year, this year. But what if it's now? He's already averaging a level of offensive output for his career that's unprecedented, just statistically, right? So I'm not disregarding Luka with what I'm saying. I have championship money tied in with the Phoenix Suns. I'm backing up what I said, and I'm taking the Suns money line. I like Devin Booker over 2.5 threes made, and I like Chris Paul in a high stakes scenario to get a double-double tonight, plus 115. That's it.
I can dig it. I like it. Real strong with his words there. My guy Friday, I'm surprised you don't have the Suns hat on, be honest with you, man. But Chris, you liking any props here? I like what you said there Friday. Chris, what you think here? What you think we get? CP3 here, or the old CP3 or the new one?
The old one or the new one. I think CP3 might have a little bit saved, Jay. I think, but I'm with you though, Jay. I think Devin Booker, man. I watched I think they had an off day yesterday, but they was in for, watching some film, some shoot around stuff, and I watched that interview yesterday, and he was talking about just everybody being locked in from, the top, the tip top, the general managers, everybody being super locked in. So no props for me, Jay. They've been kind of iffy, and I what to Friday's point, like, when you don't want to spread your money around too much. So I think I'm gonna do, one play, which is gonna be the parlay with the, Boston Celtics and the Phoenix Suns. But prop wise, I think the totals are shifted under, while the player props are shifted up. Like Brian said, which could be a clear indication that you may be throwing away money. I do like Luka in this spot though, Jay. I don't think that he's going to be the reason why you guys lose. Phoenix has shown that they cannot guard Luka. They literally cannot guard Luka. So I would be looking at some Luka props, but I don't. All those are just leans for me, Jay. Nothing official for me on the prop market at all.
Yeah, no, that's a good point there. Luka, he's a matchup nightmare for anybody, to be honest with you, man. Be interested to see what happens, my guys. I can't wait to watch the game. Like I said, any WNBA leans. Me personally, man, I told Friday this as well. Leaning towards Dream in the first half, man. Leaning Dream first half and Liberty full game. That's what I'm leaning. I haven't placed anything, but that's what I'm leaning, my guy. Maybe my guy Ronald can come hit the chat up or if y'all like any WNBA, man, y'all know how we do it. Post some damn plays in the chat, man. It could be something we're not looking at. If you got some inside info or something at a prop, people be running all type of projections, props, totals, sides. Man, post that shit in the chat right now. We all trying to cash, man. Sucks against the books. I might see something I like and ride with you real quick, man. But as always, guys, hey, we got plenty of shirts, man. Go check out the website, jmoneyismoney.com if you'd like to get a shirt. Starting to run out of them things, man. Them shirts, Chris, no, starting around these things, man. I'm not sure if there's gonna be more made, man. So these shirts kind of exclusive right now, man. Man, Chris, and he got like 3. I gotta go throw the Chris shirt on there. It's gotta be. I gotta leave this green one on though. Let's get some cash. I gotta go throw ChrisBeCappin shirt on me. I gotta get that black one too, man. But y'all go check out Chris' site as well, ChrisBeCappin.com. You can check mine out, jmoneyismoney.com. Jay and Shark shirts come with the free pair of glasses. Smack City, us against the bookies. Let's get some cash shirts as well, man. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to get some cash, my guys. But free NBA picks as always, guys. Every single day. Hit the like button, subscribe. We here every day, most days, trying to get some cash. Chris, break them off with whatever you like in today's card, leans, whatever you want to say to the people, man. The floor is yours, and then kick it over to Friday, my brother.
Nah, that works, Jay. First of all, as always, Jay, appreciate you having me on the show, man. love being able to chop it up with you. Love that we had Friday here as well. Y'all two of my favorites, man. So definitely, just happy to be here, man. Hopefully we get some cash today. Only play I got, Jay, is the money line parlay, man. Give me the Boston Celtics, give me the Phoenix Suns. Like I said, I locked it in at a plus 103. I think both home teams win today. It might look like chalk, but that's what I'm riding with. That's what I feel most secure with. So that's what I got Friday. That's what I got, Jay. Friday, what you got official that you like?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with you guys on the money line parlay as well. Hey, everyone, some days it's like that. You may think it's square. But sometimes it's like that. We're going based on what we know. We're going for what we know, and I'm gonna sprinkle just a small bet: Devin Booker over 2.5 threes, minus 135, and Chris Paul double plus 115. Those are 2 very small bets. Hoping to cash Celtics on the series bet. And best of luck to everyone. I really appreciate the opportunity, Jay. Shout out to Chris as well, doing great work, Twitter Spaces, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well. If you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed, I mean, what are you doing?
What are we doing here, man?
Yeah, hit that like button for my guy Jay too, man. Hit that like button. I don't know how many people watching, Jay, but it should be 1 million. If you don't got 1 million, we got to keep running the numbers up.
Yeah, now it was like 800 something. It's 783 watching right now, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Go follow Chris on Twitter, man. My guy is really starting a movement over there with the spaces. You know what I'm saying? It's for the community, man. Everybody get a chance to talk, guys. You hadn't checked it out, go check out Chris. Go follow him right now at ChrisBeCappin. My guy Friday as well, man. This guy is over here doing soccer bets, fucking baseball. He doing hockey, basketball. He has a newsletter. You see what I'm saying? Y'all go follow Friday right now at MyGuyKnowsAGuy, man. He got the hat on. You see what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up. You can follow me as well at JMoney'sMoney. We always trying to cash, man. Yeah, a little small play for me on the Suns and Celtics here, money line parlay. I got it at minus 102. Chris got it at plus 103, though. So it's around even money, plus money, or small vig. You see what I'm saying? Regardless, we trying to cash it, man. We coming back, picking up cash, and then we cashing out first round of the first round of next series as well, my guys. But I always appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Like I say, I've been doing it. I try to do this as many days as I can. I said I wasn't gonna even go live this weekend, but you know what I'm saying? We still gonna muster up some energy and going live. We do this shit for the people, man. It's us against the books. You dig what I'm saying? So I gotta keep it consistent. Consistency is key. I appreciate everybody, man. It's all love and respect. It's us against the books. We will win, my guys. Let's get some cash. We back on Tuesday. We out.